Hi, I'm Dave Mack. Here's what I have for you today. I'm going to answer this question. How should you choose an MLM company? In answering this question, I'm going to give you critical questions to ask before you do business with an MLM. Before we get to these questions, I want to make a quick admission. For over 23 years, I've belonged to what is arguably one of the premier MLM companies in the world. Naturally, I'm biased, and I think that the company I represent is the best for most people getting into network marketing. That being said, I'm going to make every attempt to give you generic advice that will steer you in the right direction for your own personality, since I realize that we're not all the same. What floats one person's boat may sink the next. Once you find a legitimate company with products that provide real benefits to people, I suggest you stick with it. Hopping from company to company will not serve you well. I did not join an MLM just to make money. I started my business because the company's products first got rid of my sinus migraine headaches. Now I've been headache-free for over 23 years. I was first impressed with the products before I considered the business. So, if you're considering a nutritional supplement MLM, here's the first question you should be asking before you join. Do your products really provide a benefit to people? And can you provide objective proof of your claims? If the company is a nutritional supplement company, here's a key question to add. Can you provide double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical studies performed on your products that have been published in major peer-reviewed medical journals? Every word in the above question is important. Pause this video and write that one down so you'll have it handy if you're investigating nutrition companies. Trust me, I know from experience that the vast majority of companies will skate furiously around that question. They'll skate around it like they're doing triple axels and double toe loop combinations in the Winter Olympics. Of course, there is an assumption behind what I've said so far. The assumption is that you're considering an MLM that is selling a physical product. Perhaps you have no interest in nutrition or any other sort of physical product. Are you interested in the travel business or some other service-related industry? You can go to MLM.com and find a list of thousands of MLMs. Check them out. This brings us to the second key question you should ask. What is your passion? What is it about which you either already know a lot or you'd like to learn? As Dennis Waitley says, chase your passion, not your pension. Succeeding in a business requires that you stick with it when the going gets tough. And it's much easier to stick with something that whips you into a frothy foam and gets you personally excited. Listen up. When you build a business, yes, you are in sales regardless of what anybody tells you. And as I said in the previous video, no, you're not selling what the MLM company says you're selling. So it's not primarily about your company's products, although they certainly do matter. In other words, I'm telling you to be very cautious in choosing your MLM because even though you're not primarily marketing their products, nevertheless, in the morning you still have to look at yourself in the mirror and you'll want to be proud of how you're earning your money. So, you don't want to represent junk. We all love the money that an MLM home business can provide. None of us returns our bonus checks. However, at the end of the day, it's still all about how you got the money. Will you be proud of yourself? Here's my strong opinion about the type of MLM company you should choose. Remember, this is just my opinion, but I have a lot of experience behind it, and I've watched a lot of MLM companies come and go so fast that you could catch a cold from the breeze. The life of many MLM companies can be measured with an egg timer. So here's my strong advice. The best MLM will offer superior health products that go in the mouth and down the drain. Why health products? 2 reasons. First, every 8 seconds someone turns 50. What do you think's the world's fastest growing industry? Health, anti-aging, and weight management. Second, health products provide the ultimate continuity program because they must be repurchased each month. There are thousands of health product companies out there. Are you worried about the competition? Don't bother. The trick is to find an established, well-funded company that has a world-class management team, has a great track record for providing superior products that truly benefit people, and can properly answer the question I gave you about published clinical studies. This company should also have a track record of avoiding the latest hype and scams. When you find such a company, stick with it and forget all about the competition. This is really very liberating and will give your self-esteem a big boost. Here's the next question to ask. How is the money earned? An honest company pays you only when a product or service is sold. They do not pay you for selling distributorships, selling training materials, rank advancement privileges, or territorial rights. When a company offers to pay you for anything other than the sale of its products, they're involved in a pyramid scheme, and eventually they'll be shut down and your paychecks will stop. Ouch! Now, here's a great question. How does the compensation plan work? There are hundreds of comp plans out there, and the sheer variety can be very confusing. So here's a question few people know to ask. What percentage of the corporate dollar is paid back to the distributors? Is it much lower than 50%? If it is, run for the tall grass and hide. Also ask how many people you need to find in order to make $1,000 a month. Would an extra $1,000 arriving in your mailbox every month make a difference in your life? How many car payments is that? Here's another biggie. How much is the buy-in fee to get started? Does the company front-end load by asking you to buy thousands of dollars worth of products when you join? Oh, they'll tell you that their products will sell themselves, but we all know they'll end up under your bed waiting for you to finally sell them on eBay for pennies on the dollar while you lick your wounds and go looking for the next great miracle business. Am I right? Next question. How stable is the company? How long have they been in business? If it's fewer than 5 years, I wouldn't consider it, since most MLM companies don't make it past the 5-year mark. Actually, 20 years or more is better. The company I represent's been around for almost 60 years. People are always looking for a ground floor opportunity, but hey, your business should be the ground floor opportunity, not the company who's paying you. What's the management team look like? Check them out and ask yourself if these are people with whom you want to align yourself for the rest of your life. Next question. What will you be doing to earn the money? Do you need to do paperwork and write up orders? Do you need to stock inventory? Do you need to collect money from people? Which really means people will owe you money and you'll have to go after it. Do you have to deliver or ship products? You know, I made a deal with UPS years ago. They won't talk to people about my company and I won't deliver. So far, both of us have been keeping our ends of the bargain. And here's the final question. Should you look for a company with a great proven marketing system? Now, this is a tricky one. Every MLM company will tell you that they provide all the training you'll need. Good companies will provide valuable free product and comp plan training, and they'll provide many support services that can make your business easier to run. However, your MLM company is not prepared to teach you how to properly market your business on the internet. That's just not what they do well. Here's some good advice. Your MLM company should do just 3 things. Number 1, make great products that provide real value to people. Number 2, make them available in a timely manner with as few back orders as possible. Number 3, pay your bonus check on time. That's it. If you want to learn how to market your business and have a steady flow of new distributors coming to you, that's the kind of training I provide in our VIP Cracking the Whip training. If you want to explore the possibility of working directly with me, email me at dave@davemac.com. In my next video, we'll begin looking at how social media can impact your home business. I'm going to answer this question. What is social media and why should you care? Stay tuned. Until then, I'm Dave Mack, the Internet Marketing Man with a Hat.